Hey guys, welcome to the shop. Today I had something enter my shop that is kind of special and I just had to share it with you. So this is not my project. I, of course, am a giving person and I, of course, give first and foremost to my club. I love my club. I love the guys that I fly with. And I was asked to help with a build on a project despite my very busy build season. And of course, I'm happy to do so. This gentleman, he has some pretty exquisite taste, and it's really my pleasure to know him and have conversations with him about some really nice stuff, including this engine. This engine will be going into another build of his, and this is UMS 5100 radial engine. And I've dabbled a little bit in the gas and in the glow power systems, and this is going to be a new one for me. I know a little bit about these systems, general parts and how they work. I talk with a lot of people about this stuff, and so I have a lot of knowledge. So this is a practical application. So I get to live vicariously through this project, and it's going to be exciting. So I'm going to get you off the stand and I'm going to get you over here and we're going to unbox this together. So this is the box as it comes. It has a nice label on it, and it's got the pull tab, typical stuff that flips up. Oh, good. Comes with a nice test report. So these engines come from the factory having run. Looks like warm-up running time is 20 minutes. Highest speed was 5450 RPM. Low speed 1050 RPM. They used a 2410 prop, which is awesome to know. I've got a silencer ring that's already fitted. We've got an ignition serial number. So it comes with ignition. We'll go over that in a minute. This is the 5-cylinder ignition carburetor type. Good to know in case you ever have to service it or get parts for it. Good ratio stuff. We have a final test report which we can get to inside. Pardon the little bit of grossness on the bench. I have been building, I promise. So nothing really on the back. Looks like there's a manual and an installation guide, some stickers. Yeah, engine mount drill template. Perfect. Obviously going to need that. Good instruction manual. I got specifications. I know there's everything in here. I found this online already, but there's everything in here from like needle settings and where, like, if you ever have to reset the needle, anything like that. There's instructions on breaking the engine in. So a good resource. Will just keep this set to the side and we'll keep it in the plastic bag so it doesn't get damaged. So moving on, we have a toolkit that comes with this. We've got a nice, looks like a spark plug wrench. Yep. And a 5mm tool, an Allen key, a feeler gauge. That's probably for checking valve lash. And a tightening rod. So very good. We've got probably, spare push rods. Yep, there they are in there, spare push rods. So very good. Very good to have some good tools, some extra spares, some things that we can be using as we get this engine running. So here's our ignition box. We've got 5 outputs. As usual, we have our power input and our signal, and then we have our tach sensor and then our tachometer output. Yeah, here's our tach output if you have a system that can read that as well. And then of course this goes to and is marked for each cylinder. All right, and then we have, it looks like an arming LED for the plane. All right, so these are not the standard parts. He went ahead, the gentleman who purchased this, he went ahead and purchased an extra pump. So the carburetors that come with these, they don't deliver enough fuel for these larger engines. So you have to have an additional fuel pump. This one's really nice in that it is a geared pump. It is not a diaphragm pump. Diaphragm pumps tend to fail over time. So having a geared pump means less failure. But also what's nice about this one is that it's programmable in that if you need additional fuel, the higher in the RPM range that you go, you can program that in your radio. Even though there is a regulator valve built in here, if you run low on fuel pressure at the higher RPM, you can program this to spin faster and deliver more fuel behind that check valve. So that's awesome. We got some mounting brackets here for this to clip into, some fuel tubing, and of course, some leads, some screws. Got an installation manual, nicely in German as well as English. Again, downloaded this one already. Yep. German and English. So very cool. One thing you may not have known about these engines. So here we are. We have a large piece of foam rubber, and that is very good squishy. And there she is. There she is. So we're going to pull this out. Now let's put that there. Pull this out. Oh! That's a spicy meatball. So good that it's all nicely wrapped up, mostly because we don't want anything to corrode or have oil get anywhere. But what's nice about this is that you can actually see it. You can check the back, make sure everything arrived well and good. Carburetor looks to be in good shape. None of the valve push rods seem to be damaged. It's a little bit hard to tell from the reflections on camera, but everything seems to be in good order. So part of these as well, for those who don't know, that you actually have to lube the push rods before you run each day. This is a daily thing. You don't have to do it before each flight, but they do recommend that you put some gear oil up in there to make sure that it runs right. So here's our two exhaust ports. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to route those in the model, which will be good fun. And obviously I'll do a little bit more involved review once I get this installed on the airplane. But again, this is something special. I'm going to leave this in the plastic for now. I'm not ready to put this in the airplane just yet, so it's best to keep it here for now. But just a quick unboxing and preview of what you get. Something really, really special. These engines are not cheap. They are some of the best that you can get because they just sound amazing, absolutely amazing. We have some ideas on propeller that we're going to be doing. That's going to look fantastic as well as perform fantastic. And so I'll go over that as well as we move forward on this project because, again, something special, something you're not going to see necessarily every day. So it's good content as well as a good learning experience for you guys. So thanks for following along. Thanks for coming to the shop. And until next time, keep building your scale works of art.